coffee cup bag? Fuck no.
What did you do to my coffee?
What do you mean, what did I do to your coffee?
What?
Closed it? That's lipstick. What do you think it is?
Okay, maybe that was me.
I like that your natural inclination is to blame all things
on you immediately.
Immediately.
Yes.
Why is this coffee cup covered in lip?
And then once it turns around and I have to take accountability, I'm like, on to the next subject.
On
Let's
to
go.
the next subject.
How do you write women so well?
I think of a man, and I take away reason and accountability.
What do you have?
I have a PhD in ALI.
Thank you.
I'm an expert in your particular pathology.
Makes it sounds like a mental illness, and shut your butt.
DSM-7.
Shut your butt. Is there 7 now?
No, there's a 5, but I'm just saying it would be so advanced, your pathology, it wouldn't even make the next iteration. It would be the DSM-7.
Yeah.
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 I'm stylish. I'm wearing a ball-gagged crab.
That's
What
cool,
is this?
sure.
A horseshoe crab.
It's a horseshoe crab, but the face is a person.
blindfolded with a ball gag.
Sometimes women be shopping and women be talking, and that's what the ball gag's all about.
Uh-huh.
You bought the shirt.
You
Don't
bought
ask-
the ball gag.
Don't ask me.
I was just referencing our
You look very cute with that.
our little. It's now luggage.
It's luggage.
You got luggage for instead of a sex toy drawer. You now have luggage.
Put your gay hands up and slide down my body. Fill your solo cup, invite it to the party.
Because you like fully assembled the pack last time.
Yeah, that's true. That is true. Well,
You pulled out like fucking luggage.
It should be. It's just
Let
a
me go
little-
in my bag of tricks.
Listen, I have a first aid bag and a sexual first aid bag. You should have both.
You should have both.
You really should have
And the
both.
way we do it, we keep them right next to each other.
That's true. Sometimes you need a little first aid afterwards.
Ooh, what you did to me this morning?
Oh, baby girl.
I need a
missed
bucket of
you.
ice.
I missed you.
Romance, apparently.
God,
I
no.
would kill somebody.
No, it would end in blood.
It really would.
No, it wouldn't be good.
It would be the realm of Slanesh up
Yes,
in that bitch.
instantly.
Did you touch my man? Oh my god, I'm so sorry, girl. I gotta kill you. I'm so sorry, girl.
Wasn't that an episode of Sex and the City where Kim Cattrall like knocks over the other girl during the threesome?
Whatever. Sex in the City is so lame,
It's
and
so
it hurt a
terrible.
generation with fuck anyone with no emotions. As long as you're wearing $500 shoes that you can't afford, it's cool to be a one-night stand whore and get yours.
That was such an odd time.
It
in
really
space.
was. It's not empowering for women at all. Do what you want with your body, but us then treating men as sex objects, it's like the Barbie movie. It's like, let's
Yeah.
not reverse the bullshit. It was done to us, so now we're in power, so we're gonna do it to others. Like, learn the fucking lesson and treat everyone with equality. Let's not suppress the Ken gang army. Let's not treat men like fuck toys.
Well, they weren't suppressing them. You see, the Kens, they're just not ready for freedom. Same
We can't
argument
give
for
them
apartheid
jobs.
after the Civil War. Oh, they're not ready yet. That was literally the apartheid
Maybe we should make them
argument.
3/5 of a
I'm
person.
like, yeah, honestly.
Yeah.
I'm like, well,
Like,
Barbie,
did we learn that? Like, history, bitches. Let's not repeat.
Barbie's making an excellent argument for apartheid. Gee, I didn't know that's what this movie was about.
I didn't understand why everyone
so
went
bad.
so bananas.
It's the Mona Lisa effect, I think.
Yeah, it's a horrible painting, but you
Yeah.
tell me it's famous, so we're gonna stand at the Louvre for 3 hours and jerk each other
It's
off?
very small too. I've never seen it, but it's probably like a little tiny portrait. It's like a wallet size.
I don't care. It's a lane.
I know, but when you see you want to see the ruckus.
I
know?
everyone Elizabeth Gardner Museum. There is a painting called The Ruckus. It's 40 feet big, and it's the most impressive thing you'll ever see. It is a moment, and then it's surrounded by the most beautiful courtyard. Yeah, fuck Mona Lisa. I want to fuck a man I know I can't take out.
Right. Yeah, I feel like you could beat the shit out of Ryan Gosling. Maybe not Ryan Gosling. Like, he got pretty buff for that.
You don't think I could take Ryan Gosling?
You could, but only because he would probably curl up in a ball and be like, aggression, I can't deal with this. Like, you're just bashing me over the head. Your aggression would win, not your physicality.
What did you say this morning to me about aggressiveness?
I think I said, are we going to fight?
I said, do you wanna fight me? Do you wanna catch his hands? Bitch, I'll catch you in the street, some with that beef. Bitch, I'll beat your ass.
Ooh, what's the psychosis that's related to menstruation? That's actually one in... Or...
Just regular menstruation.
No, isn't there...
You kept looking at me. I'm like, oh, here's breakfast. And then I was like, are we going to fight?
What was I doing that was so aggressive?
Nothing. You're just in your girl type way. And
Don't call it, I swear to God. My girl type way.
you were in your lunar glory.
Fuck you.
Wait,
Which proves...
I'm just workshopping some different ways. You were...
Keep going. This is going to end real well for you.
You were... sending out signals to bears. You were in a hormonal state that just increases the intensity of your already intensity, which I love, and is perfect and is good.
I would like you to tell me about my hormones.
Let me tell you about ladies here, all right?
Break it down for me, Sally.
I believe I did have to explain to you about the phases of menstruation. You're like, really?
I know it is weird that you actually understand
actually
endocrinology more than me.
No. I think I understand it quite well. Like, you didn't even know what a luteal phase was, so...
I did too. I forgot the order for half a second.
Hang your head out the window.
In shame.
In shame.
Are these like the four horsemen?
No, they're no.
You say that like it was so unreasonable.
Hang your head out the window in shame.
Do you feel proud of yourself that you know the female menstruation cycle?
Yeah, it's just part of my education. Like you have to.
Sure.
Like, it's actually very important with depression and medication. There are a lot of people who have specifically depression only during certain periods of their menstrual cycles.
Do you ask your patients if they're on the rag?
I think someone made that argument
during her court hearing. She
killed
her husband.
No.
And what was it? She did something and she's like, listen, I had PMS.
She was some lady, I think, in Colorado, and she was dating some dude, and she murdered him and then cut his head off, and then was like, I was menstruating. Like, women be shopping.
That's a pretty rough period, but I don't think they've ever led to decapitation.
She straight up cut the dude's head off, which is...
Why?
I think because...
was that the thing that killed him, or did she kill him and then cut his head off?
I feel like any explanation that follows, so I cut their head off because it's just going to be crazy.
I know, that's why I want to know all about it.
Not
because I believe her, but I want to hear the delusion. Like,
yeah.
What was your thought process prior to decapitating someone?
And I think, I don't know.
Can you get a dead body erect? Nope, I don't want to have that conversation. Nope. I just heard what I said and hard stop.
It doesn't matter if you can or not, because you just don't want to know.
I was watching a recent Bailey Sarian,
yes.
as one does,
As one
because, she's my Lord and Savior. I decided what I want out of you two.
What do you want?
I want Trixie Mattel to be my mommy, and I want Bailey Sarian to be my daddy.
Okay.
Hi, it's Trixie. I'm here mothering. It's giving mother. Actually, you guys know that I don't have a single maternal or paternal instinct in my body. I don't have a mother in me, but I've had some fathers in me.
Really like it?
Every single person I know in real life on the internet is gaga over Barbie.
That's just a Mona
I don't
Lisa
get it.
effect, though. That's
Not
just,
only is it's just not genuinely a good movie.
it's just no, it's completely incoherent.
Listen, the weird Barbie, she has my heart.
Yeah.
I could have watched a movie just with Kate McKinnon. That's all I needed.
She was cool. She was funny.
Yeah. Ferrera's little speech and Kate McKinnon was the comparison. Just as a woman, you can't get it right. You're supposed to be sexual,
Okay,
but not
that's
too
fair.
sexual. You're supposed to be strong, but not too strong to intimidate people. You can't win. And it's not a woman thing, because I'm sure guys have their version of this.
Right.
It's different and probably about like, guys can't show emotion. I have to be bullshit strong all the time. I can't cry. I can't. And then women are over emotional. But it goes back to the lane thing.
Yeah.
Society has expectations for your lane, and when you don't fit in it, there's chaos.
It's I feel like they just kind of winged it with building up this state. Boston,
I feel like Boston is just someone did a lot of cocaine and didn't know how to draw straight lines.
Everything around here is very aggressive. Massachusetts is an aggressive state.
Why do you think people always tell me, that's the feedback I always get?
That you're aggressive?
Yes, and that I appear intimidating, even before I open my mouth. My look, I know I have resting bitch face, but...
It's not resting bitch face.
Is it just my character and persona?
No, it's resting murder face. Sometimes you have a face like this morning. I'm like, oh, are you gonna you were just watching
I was just watching a video.
I know, but the intensity, your eyes were looking through the screen.
Who doesn't want their life to be present and intense in the moment?
I love
you
it.
should have intensity.
No, I'm not in any way saying it's a bad thing. I'm just saying.
So the windshield wipers, while it's not raining,
Listen,
is that
there's too
for
much
kicks?
No, but Barbie was a terrible movie with no point. But I will give you that.
The point was, at the end of it, is being female going to the gynecologist.
That's what it is. That's all it is.
No, you don't need a vagina to be female. Isn't that what we're learning?
Yeah.
It's your identity. I mean, like, to have the point, like, oh, are we going back to, like, you have a vagina or you're not a woman?
Yeah, was that
thing?
like some sort of weird dig on trans folks?
I don't know, but, and then, how did she get it? There was no other storyline. I mean, the implication is a doll. We get there's nothing down there.
There's nothing going on down there.
But there's nothing in the storyline. It's like the whole movie wraps up and ends, and then there's just this scene, and she's like, oh, I got a real vagina. Like, there's magic.
And I'm excited about it, and me and the whole family are going to go to the gynecologist.
I went with support from my friends. It's like, have you seen a speculum?
At the end, you're a woman when you go to the gynecologist. And I've never heard anyone say anything about that. Never was like, that's kind of weird, right?
Listen, she wore pink. She took off her heels and stayed elevated, and people dumped.
That is a moment I've heard.
That
a lot
was
about.
super cute. That was a cute, like, oh, okay. When I saw
Right.
that, I was like, oh, that's funny. All right, girl. Does it, because the movie had a cute little 5-second, oh, okay. Doesn't have shit to do with the storyline. Instead of the gynecologist, she should go to a podiatrist and been like, maybe you should have some flat feet.
You may tell you what's good because you can't figure it out yourself, dummy.
Maybe it is good and we're fucked.
Maybe it is. I'm still trying to find out how it's good. I can't figure
Explain
it
to
out.
us why the Barbie movie is good. Please, help me help myself. Love that you want to lift women up and it's our moment. Remember, after Weinstein, we want to try to jump in and make it right. This is not the way.
There's this movie called 2001, which is it's one of the most referenced visual scenes. It's in the first scene of the movie. There's a bunch of apes, and they're sitting around like picking their asses and just being apes, and they're us, I guess. And then there's this huge black domino.
I did not think domino is going to be the word. And then all of a sudden I was like, well, now you have my attention.
A giant black cock comes
I
from
can
the
understand
sky.
the reference now.
And all the monkeys looked up and
See,
said,
maybe if
huh?
that was in the Barbie movie, a big, huge black cock, I would have enjoyed it more.
Maybe.
Instead of the gynecologist, she's like, look at my big black dick.
If she had a big black, because you know she could have had whatever genitals she wanted. It was magic.
I mean,
that would have been interesting if
that would have been. See, I would have liked it better. But like now, I want to see number 2.
If at the end her conclusion was, gender is silly. I'm going to merge the genders. That's what I've taken from this experience.
That's what I would like someone to talk about.
She goes in and she's like, I'd like my prostate looked at.
Let's go back to why I was intimidating or why I'm perceived as intimidating or aggressive. You get so cute. Why do I receive the feedback of I'm aggressive or I'm intimidating?
I just think because you have a certain degree of intensity that people are not usually used to.
I guess I don't know what I understand the definition of these words, but you have to see I'm on the inside looking out, and when you look at me and you're like, you look like you're gonna fuck some shit up and kill someone, and I'm like, I'm just looking at a video.
I'm just looking, man.
I'm not even in a bad mood. Like I guess this is just what my face looks. I wouldn't know what about me is more intense than other people.
I think sometimes you have a very expressive face, and it's very strongly tied to your emotions. Is that?
I think a lot of people have faces that, you know, are the opposite of poker faces.
Yes, you have the opposite of, you have an anti-poker face.
But I think a lot of people have that, but there's something about me that leads that to intensity.
I think you have an anti-poker. You express emotion on your face very strongly, and also because I think you don't have a lot of delay between what you think and what you say, that comes off as curt to a lot of people. You know, he has that same aspect of like, there's no delay. I'm gonna where's the eject button? I eject from this conversation. People in society are not used to honesty. We are used to pleasantry. We are used to being nice, not honest.
So it's my bluntness?
Yeah, your bluntness and your directness is seen offensively to a lot of people.
Offensively?
Yeah. I just read this book. It's really, really good. It's called The Left Hand of Darkness.
Ooh, that's a good title.
I know, isn't that such a good title?
Yeah.
Ursula Le Guin.
What a good name!
I know, names on top of names.
Ursula Le Guin.
Ursula Le Guin.
Ooh.
She's my, if Kurt Vonnegut is my uncle, Ursula Le Guin is my aunt.
Tell me about her.
So in the book, this guy's an alien, and he's trying to make diplomatic relationship with this planet that's been out there on its own for a couple of 100,000 years.
Okay.
And they're trying to bring him back into the human fold. And he's just really struggling because he doesn't understand how anyone talks there. And they don't have gender there either. They can either be male or female depending on the time of the month. Like in there, when they menstruate, they either turn male or female.
So they all menstruate?
They all menstruate.
Men menstruate.
Well, they don't have men. They both have both set of genitalias, and they have no expression of gender except when they're around someone they like, and then they go into menstruation, and then for some reason they never really explained why. One of them will skew female, one of them will skew male. And
does it change?
It changes,
with
like
partners?
With different partners in different times of life. So you could be a mother at one point and a father in another. Which is such an interesting concept. This idea, because it's a truly agendered society, but also has both. And he's just a dude, so he's just kind of trying to. And
he's the only one who doesn't transition.
Yeah, and they call him a pervert because it's disgusting in their society to stay as one gender.
You know what's so fucking funny? The parallel to that our society is like this is your gender assigned at birth, and it's disgusting if you want anything other than that. I never got that. So this book points out the absurdity of that bullshit.
Yeah, and she wrote this in the 70s. This
Oh,
was way,
love
way
her.
before anyone even touched these issues. What's that?
Paul Anka.
Oh, hi, Paul Anka. Sherry.
Sherry baby, Sherry. Sherry baby. I would have fucked the shit out of Frank Sinatra.
Would you?
Oh, yeah.
If you like the Frank Sinatra, my love, that's all you.
If he sang me a song,
Boo, 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 boo.
no. The smoothness of Frank Sinatra.
It was very smooth.
You know, it's that weird, like, sexy, but it's not sexy. Like, this Frank Sinatra swag.
It's
all
not that
of
something's
Clint
hot, but
Eastwood.
also cold.
The persona, the schema of it.
Is.
I don't actually physically attracted to Clint Eastwood
Right.
or Frank Sinatra, but the
Oh.
essence of them is hot. Like,
Well, the essence of what they're performing.
yes, like Clint Eastwood vibe is super sexy to me, but then the actual man's like, "Hi, Grandpa, what's up?"
It's funny that that movie critic I was telling you about.
Yeah. Oh, sorry. Well,
She
let's go
did a
back to
thing
that.
on Clint, like a whole episode on Clint Eastwood, and she was talking about how he was like a pretty boy. He played gay in one movie, like back in the 60s, and it was such a flop that he just created this Dirty Harry persona. And
Did
then-
he create Dirty Harry because his gay character
Yes!
did so poorly and
Yes!
he went, I'm going to go in the opposite? Every guy who's gay for Dirty Harry,
Right.
pun intended, be known, it came.
There was some weird movie where he was in a poly relationship with a guy and a girl, but they're cowboys, and he's singing and like crooning.
Oh my God, did he do, what's the gay cowboy thing?
Oh, Brokeback Mountain.
Was he the original Brokeback Mountain?
It was like a musical Brokeback Mountain with Clint Eastwood.
I
And
mean, you didn't think Brokeback Mountain could get any gayer, but make it into a musical.
and it was a big flop. And they were like, dude, you're going to destroy your career with this artistic shit. And he's like, okay, how about I perform the most blatantly hyper fake masculine thing?
Heterosexual.
I'm going to be Dirty Harry and the High Plains Drifter. I'm going to say 3 words. And I'm going to talk through glass. And I'm going to shoot people. It's like, do you guys want that? All right, I'll do that for 50 years. And I think he did it so long, he actually started to become it internally.
If you absorb a personality for so long, wouldn't you eventually change into that? I mean, when you're an actor, maybe not an actor because you do one movie and then change, but like a drag performer, do you slowly start to drift into that personality?
I mean, if you operate from the concept that all ego is illusionary, why couldn't you create? It is. So the idea of the authentic person and then the Clint Eastwood performance, if you performed an artificial ego long enough, would it become your real ego?
It would for me. I would take
I
it
would
on.
too.
I mean, I pick up an accent hanging out with someone for 5 minutes. We were being escorted by police.
Yeah, and then he walked away.
Didn't say it was a good police officer.
I didn't say he was a good police officer.
Don't you want to go to
The top.
the
yes.
top? Take it to the top.
Take it to the top.
Oh, tell me about this author, the Kurt Vonnegut mommy one. That's how I'm going to refer to her now.
Ursula K. Le Guin.
What's her... Like, if some old dude charged me, I'd take him out.
I'd take him out.
Okay, maybe now I get why people think I'm aggressive.
Why do you think people are think you're a little intense?
If someone comes at you, though, you have every fucking right to defend yourself.
And no more went too easy on him. I'd teach him a lesson. First, I'd take him out. Then I'd go find his family, mostly his dog.
I would never fuck with someone's dog.
I'm sorry.
I don't care
his
how
kid,
evil
his
they
kid,
were.
You're right, his kid. I'd put him in a chair underneath a slow
All right,
fire.
stop it.